I call it a choral electric sitar. That's not really correct because the choral electric sitar was invented by Vinnie Bell, I think, a long time ago, and in Nashville. And after that, this guy Jerry Jones made kind of a copy of that was a little bit better. And I picked this up at Eugene's Music. And I was thinking about it today because I had gotten a question about the original song on my first demo, I'll Find You. I had played the sitar, and I've always loved Indian music, and it's a bunch of great stories behind that and everything. But I bought this guitar at Eugene's Music that I was talking about the other day in Oak Cliff in the early 90s. And I've used it a lot on my recordings, but the first one I used it on was I'll Find You. You can find that. I just put up all the metadata and everything on the Orchard Today, my label, so you'll be able to get it in a few weeks. But it's a great track, and it's got Keith Carlock, who went on to do a lot of great things on drums, and Eric Delegard on bass, and then I played guitar and sang and put a little sitar part on there. And you know, my love of Indian music goes back to childhood and Ravi Shankar, really, basically. I loved his music when I was a kid. And you know, when I moved to Dallas, it was funny, I had, when you go to music school, sometimes you have to go to concerts and do reviews for extra credit. And I used to go to the Palomar Hotel in Dallas. It's where the restaurant Knife was until it closed recently, John Tassar's restaurant. But a lot of people don't know who used to own that building. I know who used to own that building. The Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. He owned that building, and they used to have a lot of Indian music concerts there, and I would go there and watch the concerts for extra credit and stuff. And on that same original demo on the song Lost, I had Nikhil Pandya play the tabla, which is a long-standing instrument that I have a loving relationship with. And the sitar, you have to be careful with it. It's, you know, it's not for everybody. Kind of like a bagpipe, you know, or a banjo. You either love it or you hate it. But I love it, and if you sprinkle it around just a little bit, like truffle oil, not too much, it'll work on things. And we went on to use it on my song, the Macbar Techno, which is an instrumental you can also get online. And we used it on Eye in the Sky. I used it on the first recording of Words of a Song. It's even on our cover of the Alan Parsons Project song, Eye in the Sky. We used a little bit of sitar on there for flavor. Here's something you may not know. If you go back and listen to Running with the Devil, the great Van Halen song, on the guitar solo, there's a sitar in the background. Somewhere there's an interview with Michael Anthony talking about that. It was Ted Templeton's sitar, and Eddie was messing with it, you know. So even on song, you'll hear it. So anyway, a little bit of a long story, but the stories are the great things. And I wanted to thank Glenn for the shirt. I'm sporting the Glenn's Music shirt today. And I miss all the old vintage guitar stores, so I'm glad to see them coming back. And back in the day when you went to Eugene's, you never knew what you were going to find there. And this is what I found there, and I bought it for $700, and it's worth a lot more now. So that's the story behind the sitar. Okay then.